Manny Pacquiao is making a return to boxing this July, stepping back into the ring after 4 years away to take on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios. The announcement was confirmed by WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman. The legendary Pac-Man has already started his training camp, and videos of his workouts are spreading fast online. Meanwhile, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn expressed concern over the strange situation around Pacquiao, questioning what's really going on. Hearn said, "The sudden changes seemed unclear and hinted that the decisions being made weren't very transparent."
You know, I mean, I'm hearing rumors about Barrios against Pacquiao. I mean, what is that for the WBC title? I mean, what is that?
Even with the confusion, Eddie Hearn admitted it's a big and heated topic. He responded to those who say Pacquiao doesn't matter anymore by saying that even though he's older now, the Filipino boxing star is still very dangerous. Hearn believes Pacquiao still has enough ability to go up against and possibly beat many fighters in today's top 20 welterweight list. But he was honest too, saying age has taken a toll and that Pacquiao can't keep up the same explosive pace or elite fitness he once had in his prime.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's a very contentious subject, like, you know, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like, we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, you know, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world.
At the same time, Hearn said it's a complicated issue for Pacquiao to fight for a world title, even if he can still hold his own against top-level welterweights. From a business point of view, Hearn said it could work because Pacquiao's name alone can bring in huge attention. However, he also pointed out that in terms of rankings and recent fights, it weakens the fairness of the sport, where fights are supposed to be earned by activity and performance.
Should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not. I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently to others. And with all due respect, Barrios is not Boots, and Barrios is not Crawford. You know, and that's why, you know, we pushed the Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn, like, his best win is against Algieri or Van Heerden. So actually Pacquiao is a step up, you know, and people were still complaining at me for mentioning that fight, like Conor Benn is Boots. You know.
As the talks about Pacquiao's comeback continue, Eddie Hearn gave his opinion on how great fighters should retire, saying he prefers when legends step away slowly. He said that if a fighter still feels confident, thinks they can compete, and sees a good money opportunity, they have every right to go after it. In Hearn's view, as long as the fighter has the will and the deal makes sense, legends should be free to go for one last run on their own terms.
So, you know, I like to see great fighters just slowly fade out of the sport, but also at the same time, if they feel good, if they feel they can be competitive, and there's a lot of money to be made, I also get it.
Right now, Manny Pacquiao has officially begun his training camp, and his workout clips are going viral on social media. They show off the same fast hands and clean technique that made him a boxing superstar. At 45 years old, the Filipino legend is once again pushing past age limits, and the footage highlights his famous speed and focus that helped him dominate for years in the sport.
Sa motor na kita turuan. Sa motor na kita turuan.
In the most recent training videos, Pacquiao shows off his incredible hand speed, clean punch combinations, and deadly accuracy, reminding everyone why he's known as one of boxing's best ever. He also gave fans a look at one of his main exercises, sharing it with the public during his workout.
Who's your kid?
They might stop today.
Actually, we'll go, sir, next week. Sleeping? Yes. That's nice. I mean, really, you're enjoying what he's doing.
In other footage, Manny Pacquiao confidently said he still has the skills to hold his boxing stance, even at this age. During a media workout, he gave reporters tips, showing how to maintain proper form inside the ring. Even though he's been away from fighting for years, Pacquiao proved that he still remembers and masters the basic techniques of the sport.
Don't shadow boxing like that.
Yeah, because it's lazy, right? Just kind of...
When you do the shadow boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in habit. You become a habit. When you start boxing like,
Woo! Woo! The speed is still there. Woo!
Manny's heavy bag routine plays a key role in a boxer's training and offers many benefits. It helps him keep his punching power by adding resistance, improves his technique and accuracy, and increases cardio stamina, important for a fighter, known for non-stop action. As he moves around the bag while striking, he works on his footwork, timing, and ability to cut angles. These are major parts of his fighting style. Besides the physical training, this also sharpens his mental focus and builds muscle memory and instincts. Tim Bradley also agreed with Eddie Hearn's view, saying that money is usually the main reason a boxer decides to return. He explained that most fighters come out of retirement because of financial reasons. Bradley said that no matter the story, behind it, when boxers return after a long break, it's usually more about making money than chasing a title or competition.
Well, obviously, you know, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money.
Still, Tim Bradley pointed out that even at 42, Manny Pacquiao is more skilled than many younger boxers at their best. He said Pacquiao's experience and natural talent still make him special, even with the aging process affecting his performance. But Bradley also reminded everyone to think about Pacquiao's last fight, where he didn't perform at his usual high level.
I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous.
Look, Manny Pacquiao is a different animal. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady come out of retirement all the time, and he does what he does. This Manny Pacquiao, yes, do you worry about him? He's facing a young gun, a guy that's fighting at the best of his ability right now. And Barrios, yeah, you worry about that. Barrios is a really good boxer, strong. Look, but it's Manny. Manny's C game, D game is a lot better than a lot of guys' A game. If Manny's coming back, he believes that he can win. It'd be interesting to see.
Adding his thoughts, Greg Hackett gave a realistic view on Pacquiao's return, saying it looks like Manny wants to cash in one final time, even though he's past his prime. Hackett admitted it's hard to count Pacquiao out because of how great he was, saying that a few years ago he would have beaten Barrios easily. But now, with Barrios having the momentum, Hackett believes he might beat Pacquiao on points, even if he doesn't stop him.
That's a no-brainer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer and has been for a long time. He's a living legend. He's been a walking legend for a long time. He's a massive ambassador of this sport for what he's been able to do, taking on all comers for however many years and however many divisions. In an epic career. Preparing for Pacquiao is one of the hardest things to do because nobody fights like him. You can't find anybody who can fight like him because he does everything wrong. You're not supposed to fight the way he fights. Only he can make it work. So trying to find sparring partner for him was really difficult. I thought I had the right guys. I brought in guys that everybody else was using. Tim Bradley was using the sparring partners that I was using. I had the guys ready, and then I got in there and they're like, this guy's totally different. He's something.
Hackett also said that getting a win over Manny Pacquiao would be a huge achievement for any fighter. He explained that if Barrios were his fighter, he'd be thrilled to put Pacquiao's name on the record. Hackett made it clear that facing Pacquiao is not just any fight. It's the kind that needs serious training and full focus from start to finish.
Sound like Pacquiao trying to hit a lick, you know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios' ass. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might fuck around and beat Pacquiao up. Not knock him out, but beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on some shit like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so.
At the same time, Manx questioned the fairness of approving a match between a current champion and someone who has been retired for years. He asked how any boxing organization could justify allowing this fight to happen, especially considering the big difference in recent activity and competitive standing between the two fighters.
If he can make it happen, Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I would love something like that. And that's a fight you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans want to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
In response to the criticism, Tim Bradley said boxing is a business first. He explained that promoters and sanctioning bodies will do whatever benefits them financially, even if it's not fair. While fans and experts might see the match as lopsided, Bradley said the sport has always worked this way, and it's unlikely to change.
I actually think he can beat Barrios. Like, maybe it's recency bias. I saw that fight. That Barrios-Fabian Maidana fight that was on the Canelo undercard. Yeah. I wasn't all that impressed with Barrios there.
Really?
I think, Tim, when he gets hit, his face swells up pretty quickly. And I think Pacquiao's going to hit him in the face. Maidana didn't hit him much with many clean shots. And I thought he still did some damage. I don't think much of him as a puncher, especially at 147. So of all the guys he could fight at welterweight, I'd rather see him in with Barrios.
Meanwhile, Mario Barrios' trainer, Bob Santos, said Barrios is the type of boxer who's ready for any opponent the sanctioning bodies give him. Santos said Barrios doesn't back down from hard fights and trusts the organizations to make those choices. He made it clear that their team will follow what the officials decide and be fully prepared for whoever they face.
Barrios is at least theoretically winnable. My issue, as it always is, with the WBC, like, you're out there ordering like all these fights. You're ordering Shakur to fight Zepeda. You're willing to allow a Pacquiao versus Barrios fight to move ahead, and yet you continue to just sit with your hands on your butt while David Benavidez twists in the wind. Like, that to me is the biggest issue with all this. Like, how can you as a sanctioning body allow a fight between a active world champion and a guy that hasn't fought in several years? That to me is an outstanding issue.